So I've got a question. During Ryder, why do you think there's so many fully fake people in the raw food world? Fake people in the raw food world. And that's a good question. Why is there so many fake people, fully fake, hashtag fully fake people in the raw food world? I would say that I disagree and I agree. That's just society in general. That's just society in general, and fake people come into the raw food movement and do their business or whatever and give it a bad rep. So I would say that's just society in general. That's the way we've been taught, is, you know, be really fake generally, just full of shit, bullshit. I started in retail. I worked in retail and I didn't like it. You walk into a store like, "Hey, you going? What's up?" And you can tell it's like they don't give a fuck. They just like, give us your money, fuck off. You know. So I learned from an early age that establish rapport with people, be genuinely interested versus interested for what they can do for you, sort of thing. So I think when you follow your passion and care about something, you can be more genuine, more authentic. But when you're doing something to impress people or your parents or whatever, then that's, I think, where you do things you don't really enjoy, and then you just become fake to make yourself enjoy it. I'll put a little video link down below. Lee, who fasted with Doug Graham and Grant in Costa Rica this year, she almost died. She had a sodium of 109. Her hemoglobin dropped to 7.2, 72. That's about that far from heart failure. And mum took her to the hospital. So basically, Doug has been telling people, and Grant have been telling people that they sent Lee to hospital. And that, anyway, Lee shares the truth again on this whole ordeal. So a lot of people are disappointed in the way Grant and Doug handled this and let this girl almost die, just out of sheer arrogance and just money greed. People say, well, that's, you know, how do we let that happen? It's like, well, we don't let it happen. I speak up about it. A few pioneers from the Woodstock Fruit Festival have written me confidentially. I can't say who it was. You can probably guess who it was, but they wrote me and said, "Harley, I'm really disappointed in how Doug and Grant handled the situation in Costa Rica, but I don't want to make any videos about it because I'm scared that I'll get kicked out of the Woodstock Fruit Festival because Doug's on the director's board or whatever." And I'm like, yeah, well, that's probably going to happen if you're honest, because that's what happened to us pretty much. We were getting more and more honest about our thoughts about water fasting, and Doug, that's financially for him not a good idea. So, like, see you guys later. Basically, and that's not really cool if people in the raw food world can't really stand up and speak up about serious things like this. This is not like an opinion or whatever. This is like a girl almost died and people aren't allowed to talk about it, because if you talk about it in your Woodstock Fruit Festival pioneer, they'll see you later. So that's pretty disappointing. So why is there so many fake people? It's not that. It's just society in general. When things get run as a business, then you eliminate your competition. That's why myself and Freely, we don't have any competition because we don't have a business. We make YouTube videos, you know, it's like anyone can do that. We don't have that level of financial pressure or whatever. So someone like Grant, who works for Doug, he has to say, "Yes, Doug. How high, Doug? How long, Doug?" You know, how hard should I suck, Doug? Because that's his income. You know, so we can't really blame Grant too much. Well, you can, because he's an adult, so he has to accept responsibility for his actions. But you got to follow the money, and you got to understand what's going on. Don't be naive. Don't be a naive consumer. Understand that the world's a fucking cutthroat place. Life's hard. Living's hard. And people will do things for financial reasons. And they'll just fucking steamroll you. Life is cheap. Alright? Life's cheap. If you die, there's someone to take your place. We're not here forever. And the raw food world isn't this safe haven. I mean, I used to think it was. I was like, oh wow, the raw food world, it's so cool, everyone's so loving. But I'll tell you what, in my experience being the raw food movement since 2002, 12 years, almost 13 years, the people that say namaste, no judgment, spirituality, non-violent communication, in general, the more they say it, the more fake they are. The more love and hugs, the more unicorn kisses, love and peaches, the more fake they are in real life. Real situations expose fake people. Real situations expose fake people. So what can we do about it? It's just live and learn. And you can forgive, but don't forget. Don't forget, because if you forget, then you can make the same mistake twice. So that's why I'll be transparent about it. I'll keep going, just do something different, Harley. I do stuff different all the time, but these questions come up in my inbox, and I do videos that questions the most asked in my inbox from friends or whatever. I do questions about it. I do videos about that. I cover the questions. So why is there so many fake people in the raw food movement? Again, it's just society in general. That's why we try and teach people, do what you're passionate about. Do what you would do every day for free. Make that your passion. Make that your profession. And don't fucking rip people off. Don't treat people like a MasterCard number, a Visa card number. That's wrong. When you put profits before people, in my book, that's wrong. Put people before profits. Live a simple lifestyle that you're not trying to sell people bullshit every time or charge crazy amount of money. People paid $8,000 to $12,000 to lay in bed and drink Costa Rican tap water. And then people pay $6,000 to look after the people who paid $12,000 to drink water. It's insane. It's a good business model, though. It's a good business model. If you want to get loaded for whatever reasons, it's a good business model. But it's crazy. So I encourage people, don't lose faith in the raw food movement. It's a beautiful place. But understand there's sharks and there's fully fake people and there's illegal letters and financial pressures for a lot of these people, and they will not behave like real human beings should. So again, just follow the people who give them simple advice, who aren't trying to sell you shit, bullshit, Lexes, enzymes, probiotics and nonsense. They're just money sharks. That's all they are, just money sharks taking advantage of people's trust and desire for health. Because when you're sick, you feel bad. You're almost like, I'll try anything, man. I want to feel better. And these sharks out there, I shouldn't even say sharks, because sharks are beautiful creatures. What's a better word? Hustlers, snake oil sellers, scammers, con artists. They should go and get jobs in Florida selling busted up Cadillacs or something to Japanese tourists or whatever who are trusting as well. It's like I had met a Japanese guy one time. He was so trusting. He's like come to Australia and his bike got stolen. And he was just like, I'm like, dude, did you lock it? I go, no, like Australia is very good. Like, mate, they don't give a fuck. They'll steal your bike, bro. He lost his bike. He just come over from Japan. They stole his bike in a couple of days. He was at the Tour Down Under. He had his bike behind him. He was watching the race and he turned around and his bike's gone. But he was just so trusting. So it's good to be trusting, but also be aware. Listen to our advice. Because there's a lot of snake oils out there. They want your fucking MasterCard. They don't give a fuck about you. Life is cheap in the raw food world. Life's cheap in general. So, bottom line, don't get scammed.